Police cracking down on a Texas chef issuing her a $2,000 ticket for what? For feeding the homeless. Joan Cheever has been operating the chow train for years without a problem, serving people in San Antonio like these guys who waited over 3 hours for a meal.
That's kind of like God's chorus singing when you eat it.
It's good stuff. You never know what she'll have, but it's always good, whatever it is.
But it wasn't good enough for the local government, who shut her down. Here, our legal eagles are here to weigh in. Attorneys Richard Friedman and Wendy Patrick. All right, let's get Richard in here into the mix. Doesn't the city have bigger issues to worry about than the lovely and talented Joan here, who's bringing food to people who don't have any?
Joan is delightful, and this is a tough situation. But the fact is 70 cities around the country have established these ordinances because they're trying to encourage people to go to these 24/7 homeless facilities that have been set up.
I'm sure the food's really good there.
And I'm sure the food is not nearly as good as the one when Joan served. But here's the issue, really, Jerry.
Yes.
Joan has said, at least in print, that she was asserting her religious rights. Well, you can't have everyone say they'll do whatever they want to assert their religious rights. What if people wanted to have sex? A couple wants to have sex in public because they're asserting their religious rights. It's a way of praying to God. We cannot have a few people do whatever they want to do, contrary to the welfare of the general public. Here's the issue. Whether or not the statute is overly burdensome. If the statute was intended to prevent someone from establishing their religious rights and performing their religious rights, the statute should be invalidated. But if the statute is reasonable, if it, for example, prevents people from serving unsafe food or does other things that promotes the general welfare, the statute should be enforced. And the religious argument should be defeated. However, I do agree that in this case, the prosecutor should not prosecute because this is a very nice person who's helping,
well,
who's helping
nice
people.
Isn't enough, right?
No, there is prosecutorial discretion. Nice is enough because prosecutors nice is enough. Prosecutors have the discretion to not.
Okay, let me bring up one more.
If the defense is the religious argument, then the statute has to be evaluated on its reasonableness and whether it's reasonable or not. If it's unreasonable, it should be invalidated. If it's reasonable, it should be enforced. That's the legal argument.
All right, okay. You guys are representing the case. We have the plaintiff here. I must be the judge, right?
Right.
I say you go free.
There you go. You heard it. You heard it,
Exercising prosecutorial discretion.
Discretion. It's a lot of discretion.
But get rid of the ordinance, okay? Because it's intimidating.
I give you one step you want.
And that's a public policy issue.
Or enforce
that's a public
fairly
policy issue that many states have
chosen to adopt. It's a fascinating story.
And shocking.
Amazing. Thanks to all of you for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.